So hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Division B. As you all know that I've been releasing videos on self-development and how to have a better lifestyle in general and what and all the things that you have to focus on when it comes to improving your lifestyle. So I have released videos on goals and process. I hope people have watched it, and this being the third edition of the self-development series, this video will be focusing on finances. And by finances I totally mean those finances of persons, and I would say the topic of personal finance will be covered in this video, and not those finances which you learn in college. I mean the economies, the per capita income, the GDP calculation, and all that. No, I don't mean that. I mean by personal finance. So without any further ado, let's get started with the videos and what and all the things that you have to focus on when it comes to managing your money and building your wealth in general at a young age. So I know that a lot of people might argue that money is not everything and all that. I totally agree with them that money is not everything, but to be honest, money will unlock those privileges at a young age that people without money do not have access to. So please get rid of this misconception that money is not everything. Yeah, money is not everything, but money is something, and it will unlock a lot of things. And I would say the things that you wouldn't even dream of, you can make it happen through money. So without any further ado, let me get started with the video and talking about the first personal finance tip. And this is one of the most famous tip, is the 50-30-20 rule. And now what is this 50-30-20 rule? Let me just explain it. So the 50% of whatever you earn should go towards your needs, and needs might include shelter, food, fuel, and all the other expenses that are required in order to have or to sustain a simple lifestyle. This is what the 50% part shall cover, and the 30% part shall cover what are the things that you want. For example, if you are living in a metropolitan cities, in weekends you might go for movies, you might hang out, you might buy clothes, you might go shopping and all that. So these are the wants. So whatever you earn, 30% of it, make sure that you spend on wants, because you live only once, and make sure you enjoy life by spending those 30% guilt free on all of the things that you want in your life. And the next 20%, and this is one of the most important things that you have to focus on, that is saving your money or investing in those avenues which will give you compounded returns. So this is the 50-30-20 rule summarized. You can alter it however you want. If you do not have needs which are of 50%, make sure you alternate it to the 20% and increase the 20%. If you have 40%, make sure you increase the 20 into 30. So that is what I'm talking about. If your needs are not 50%, make sure you increase the 20% factor and limit your 30% factor. 30% is the max that you can use for your wants. Increasing that would lead to bad personal finance habit. So that is all about the 50-30-20 rule. Next, I'll be talking about tracking your expenses, and this is one of the worst things that people do, that they do not track their expenses. They just spend money blindly, and by the end of the month they have lost track of all their expenses, and they themselves aren't aware where their money is going. Their money might be going on silly things and they wouldn't be aware. And I personally did the same thing for a year. I did not know where my money went because I never kept track of expenses. Yeah, I used to invest and all that, but when I realized and when I kept track of all things, I realized that I used to waste a lot of money on things which did not serve me, even though those are wants which gave me happiness and all that. But yeah, still they were not supporting me and they were not even relevant to my lifestyle. So that is what I'm talking about. Please keep a track of your expenses, and by this I don't mean take a book, write down all your expenses and all that. No, you can use AI apps. So whenever you pay online or offline, just make sure you give a command to the AI apps to keep a ledger for you, and therefore they will record your expenses. The best example for this I would give is WhatsApp AI. I learned this from a friend of mine, and this is a WhatsApp AI which will, the WhatsApp AI you have, you can tell that WhatsApp AI to keep a ledger, and therefore whatever you spend throughout the month, whenever you make an online payment, just go to the WhatsApp and app and just give the command that you have spent 500, and the bot will automatically record all your expenses. Trust me, my friend, this will only take 5 seconds, and this will help you track your finances and save a lot of money. You can use WhatsApp AI also, Instagram AI also, and many other AIs are there in order to help track your expenses. So this is one of the things when it comes to personal finances, that is when you're first building out your lifestyle. Finance is quite important, and keeping track of it is one of the major things. So that is the second point, that is keeping the track of your finances. Coming to the third point, and this is the most important, and this is one of the things that will build wealth. I know that you are earning a lot of money today and you're spending it, but if you cannot save it or invest it in the proper revenues, your future will be at risk. So this is investing, and I would say in investing you should go step by step, not directly entering the stock market, mutual funds and all that fancy things that you see on reels and YouTube shorts. Not that. Just go step by step. Build an emergency fund first. By emergency fund I mean is open a bank account which has a savings account or a FD or whatever, where you can pool your emergency fund. And what do I mean by emergency fund? It is pooling your money in such a manner that in case of emergencies you might have 3 to 6 months of expenses or whatever the needs and wants you have covered under that emergency fund. So the first thing when it comes to investing is building an emergency fund. Go to a random bank, open an account, and literally start depositing small amounts every month. So that is the first thing, building the emergency fund when it comes to investing. And the second things, once you're done building your emergency fund, shift to stock market, ETF and mutual funds and all that. I know that people might argue that I do not have prior technical knowledge, I do not have financial knowledge and all that. So when it comes to long term investing, you do not need a knowledge of such, my friend. You have friends. I am sure that almost if you have a circle of 5, one of those guys is a very good investor or a trader. Just go and ask him on per month basis of what is the best stock and what are the best financials and technicals of a stock that I have to invest. He for sure will suggest you, and just blindly invest the money in the stock market. I am telling you, even though the market fluctuates and even though it is highly volatile, by the end of 10 years, 15 years or 20 years, this would have been compounded into amounts that you wouldn't even imagine would have happened today. So that is what I'm talking about. The first thing is building emergency fund, and second is investing in a stock market. For stock market, either you can learn the financials or technicals on your own, or just ask a friend and blindly start investing at a young age only. By 18 you can open your demat account and start investing at a young age. So those are the sources. And investing also, you can diversify your portfolio. You can invest in stocks, you can invest in ETFs, mutual funds, gold bonds and the fixed deposit schemes offered by banks. And for investing, you also have many apps such as Grow, and there is Zerodha, and there are many apps. And for mutual funds you have Coin and all that. You can start investing. And the last point, and this is one of the most important point which will ruin your life if you do not follow this, is keeping up appearances. I know that you make a lot of money. Let's say you make some money, little more amount. Let's say you made 5k or 10k a month from a source and all that, and you started buying things, started buying luxurious items and all that. So this is the point that I have to focus on, is keeping up appearances. Do not show what you have. And this is one of the main issues when it comes to the self-development journey, is the moment people get results when it comes to their finances and lifestyle, they start showing your results. I'm telling you, this is very bad for you. That is because, see, you're earning today, you have a good lifestyle, you're wearing all the luxurious items and all that. God forbid the next day you lose all of this and you do not have money to maintain that luxurious lifestyle and all that. What now? The image in the people's mind has been already created, and you have to maintain that image. And in order to maintain that image, even though you do not have the money, you will start borrowing or taking debt just to keep up these appearances. So make sure that you do not do this, and show whatever you have and live a simple lifestyle. a basic lifestyle. Don't over show off, don't buy all these luxurious items and all that, because at an young age when you are building and earning something, you are a massive liability to yourself, and you are prone to blunders. So make sure you do not keep up appearances, do not show off a lot, and do not buy or invest into things which are of no use to you, and which would maximize your appearance or something. So that is all about the 4 personal finance techniques. I know this video has been kind of lengthy, but these are the things that you have to focus on when it comes to money, because money is one of the major part of our life. And so that is what I wanted to convey in this video. Those are the 4 things. And yeah, so I guess I will see you in the next video, and until then I'll be rooting for you, and make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel.